What's up, you guys? I have a really quick message, a channeled message. Basically, I've been getting a lot of readings that I've been doing. There's been a lot of, like mastering duality, which includes, our demons and our angels inside of us, right? Our shadow, learning how to find a balance between duality, right? A lot about like compelling, and a lot about spiritual authority. And Spirit has given me some insight with regards to a few different things that I thought that I would share with you. Now let me see if I can get this sorted out through my head. There's something about somebody who can, or many who can, compel other people to do certain things for them. And you might not even know that you're doing it, but I'm hearing that you might just be in the presence of somebody and they might just accommodate to you because you have spiritual authority, so to speak. Okay, so it's like a weird hierarchical thing that Spirit's like showing me in my mind, and it would be very difficult for me to explain, especially in the short time that I have. And maybe I can, one day sit down and make a fucking pie chart or a graph or something like that. But okay, so it's like somebody, whoever you are, you have mastered your duality. Like, you know who your demons are. You know who your angels are. You know who your demons are. You might not even necessarily like... And it might not necessarily be by name, but and this is also lifetimes of discipline that you have gone through. Okay? So, but for the sake of just... saying, okay, and remember these channeled messages are only for entertainment purposes only, and just take what resonates, okay? The message is essentially what I'm seeing, though, okay? I'm seeing this hierarchical thing, that the chart that Spirit's putting in my head, and then I'm also seeing somebody who's like astral traveling and essentially has dominion over somebody, like other humans, demonic attachments. So it's almost like somebody's attachment, if they have an attachment, might try to attach itself to you, but you have authority over them because you have mastered yourself. Now, how do I explain? I hope that this makes sense, but there's something deeper into it that I want to get into, but it is something about how that... So it's like, I will tell people oftentimes that I don't think that demons are bad necessarily, because demons will tell me their secrets after they try to, after I talk to them, so to speak. Okay? Again, just take what resonates, you guys. I'm not trying to do like any Aleister Crowley shit, you know what I mean? Like, do not try to invoke any type of spirits or anything like that. Let's just keep that shit natural, okay? Let's just keep the universe in flow and how it needs to be, all right? We don't need to, create any little hiccups or burps or something like that in the universe, in the universal flow, okay? So please don't try to conjure up any demons. Have y'all ever seen this show? What the hell is it about? It's like, I gotta look it up now. It's a show... It's a fucking school... Legacies, I think it's called. Legacies. Anyways, it's like a show or something on Netflix, and it's like... There's like the werewolves, and then there's like the witches. Yeah, and the werewolves and the witches are like fighting or something like that. Anyways, one of the werewolves got sent to like a hell portal or like a hell dimension or something like that, and like when they tried to summon her back and save her, they were like, she was like pissed off because she was like, this is not my home. Anyway, that would happen a lot. Like, they would send, like, they would try to like invoke or like conjure demons, and like these demons would like come in to the world like pissed, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I was kicking it in my in my dimension, you know, in my world, like, what the hell are you doing? You know, pulling me from whatever the hell I was doing in my dimension to do what for you? So, okay, so I don't know if it's like, you know, how would you like it, right? Okay, so, all right. Anyway, or how do you like it? I feel like a lot of people, anyway, okay. The story, the message, okay? Essentially, okay, duality. Yeah, okay. It's essentially, I feel like what somebody is doing, and you guys also, I'm going to be honest with you too, because I have had negative entities try to attach themselves to me and just be repelled instantly. In fact, usually when I'm celibate, they just transmute immediately into white light, and you do collect a lot of negative entity attachments, secrets, so to speak, about a person. Okay, so like I'm gonna give you an example. Like, I have a lot of people, or I have had a lot of people who have been attracted to me for whatever reason. They don't even know why they are attracted. It's because of my light and my ability to be able to transmute. Somebody's ancestors may have said human signs to come towards me, because they know that, just take what resonates, that they have an attachment that if it does try to come in contact with me, and that's also what I mean when I say spiritual boundaries. Like, you got to set spiritual boundaries with people. Like, if you know somebody has an attachment, like, you have to say to them, like, that's not my job to transmute that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can pick and choose who you want to transmute and whose energy and whose attachments. Okay, just take what resonates. But okay, I digress. There was another message about somebody who is able to identify whether or not somebody's energy is the result of ancestral attachments trying to guide them to release demonic attachments. So it's a perceived duality, so to speak, and that there's a sort of toxic positivity that radiates as a false light, but somebody's starting to recognize that this is not sustainable, and that it is an illusion of duality, but it is actually a trap, so to speak. Okay, so it's almost like there's a point in discernment that many are, or there's a point in discernment that you have to learn, where it's like, it's the feeling. Okay, that's the first doorway that you get through, right? Or the first doorway somebody gets through to be able to engage with you, is that feeling. And then there is the actual, like, interview process that you have to kind of go through, which you take back to your house, to your home, to wherever you go, and your ancestors give you messages based on that. Okay, I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who is very, very evolved, okay? There's another message, though, about, okay, so, but it is essentially, essentially somebody has... Okay, the way that I understand it is that our light side is just as... Our light side is as bright as our dark is dark. Okay, so if you understand that, but there's nothing to be afraid of your darkness, because your light is so bright, if that makes sense. And that is duality, and that is balancing energy. Okay, that is balancing and coming into balance with your duality, because it's checks and balances. Okay, I feel like a lot of people, yeah, we're not even going to get into that. That's too mundane. We're on the astral plane right now. Okay, but there's something about, because somebody can compel other people. I'm just seeing like this light that's so big, and I don't understand how to put it into words. Like, I'm getting a lot of visuals right now. Essentially, though, it's like the way that you have tamed your demons, you can do that with other people. And ancestors, other people's ancestors might... There's a lot of messages now. It's like people, this is okay, this is a very specific message, but it's like people still don't believe or understand that you know this, and or they don't understand that you now know how to set boundaries. So somebody needs to speak to their ancestors and say, hey, look, I get it. This person or this people come to me, when they need shit transmuted. But this is the thing. I can't save everyone, and I'm still trying to, save myself and find my path. So it's like you can set something up with your ancestors and your spirit guides, or if you have, like, a gatekeeper or God, or, you know what I mean, or whoever, whatever. You can set, like, parameters. Like, if this person is not for my highest good or for the highest good of all people, then I don't want to help them. If this person is not, you can do that. Okay. It depends on what kind of a journey you're on. You can, say you are on a particular, like, work journey, and you're like, I don't put anybody in my path who... only the people who are on this work journey with me, those are the only ones who can come near me and whom I will even consider helping to transmute. Or you can just also say, this is what I would do, especially during Mercury retrograde. Don't put any of those motherfuckers next to me. Get all of them away from me, okay? You don't gotta call them that. But, like, it's... during Mercury retrograde, I don't want to have to transmute anybody's energy, because honestly, you guys, it's not your job. The only reason that you are in a position where you can do that, it is to help with the collective frequency, to help that elevate, so to speak, but and then be able to radiate at, a higher frequency to help others. But it's also like they have their own soul journeys too. It's not your responsibility. I feel like somebody feels like it's their responsibility. I feel like somebody is either like the golden child or like the black sheep, somebody who does not like conflict, and or somebody who just always feels like they have to save the world, so to speak. So, but it's like you it's not your job to save everybody. Okay. What else? Spirit ancestors of the highest white light. But there's something about your ability to be able to, and it's not like you didn't see the thing about like Aleister Crowley too. I feel like he summon all of these demons so that he could like not defeat them, for lack of a better word, but so that he could they would test him, right? You don't have to, as you go through your journey, your life journey, and as you have gone through your life journeys, you have encountered these energies, and they have tested you, and you have already passed the test. And this will happen in an organic way once you say that. This will happen in an organic way. Okay, don't do that shit. Okay, what else? Spirit ancestors of the highest white light. It's a thin line between like talking about like astral projecting and like communicating with like, the dark side, so to speak, and like making sure that people are not, like, don't try this at home, sort of. What else, Spirit? Anything else? It could also be, I think another example that I was going to use too, though, with regards to like setting spiritual boundaries, it could also be like if you are like on trying to move into like a relationship journey space, you may attract a lot of people who come in as, we'll say, like a copycat karmic. Okay, somebody who is trying to mirror the divine counterpart energy that is within you. Because as we as our divine counterparts come in, we start to embody that energy, and generally copycat karmics will try to come in and mirror the energy that you are embodying of your divine counterpart, okay? So another way that you can set spiritual boundaries or astral boundaries or boundaries with your guides or boundaries with yourself, or, you know, however you want to say it, is also, well, if you're on that type of a divine, if you're on that type of a path, you wouldn't have to transmute the other person's energy, to be honest. I guess if it is a true twin flame union, just ready to do that. Okay. To take that step. Sorry, you guys, the messages are coming out in a very interesting way now. There's a lot of like checks and balances. Somebody's really questioning themselves. It's making me question myself. Grief. I feel like that's kind of what we're avoiding. It's like, okay, I feel like somebody's having a hard time opening up their heart, and it's like making it difficult for them to align with their abundance. And it's because you just need to trust your checks and balances, and trust the checks and balances that your guides and your ancestors on the other side have for you and have in place for you. Like before, if you, you can believe whatever you want to believe in, but if you believe in reincarnation and that we come back, you know, time after time, you know, for the soul's evolution or whatever, it's like, well, I'm just hearing like you've been here before, but it's like somebody, you've been developing these skill sets and these gifts for lifetimes. It's muscle memory. Okay? It's muscle memory. Somebody needs to trust themselves. Yeah. What else? Spirit, ancestors of the highest way. Like, it's like I'm also seeing somebody just kind of being patient and waiting for things to come to you. Like if you I feel like I'm seeing like a lot of like don't chase videos or something like that. And it's like yeah, just sit. Let it happen. Let it come to you. It will open itself up to you. It might take a little while. But it'll open itself up to you. Man, I feel like a lot of people just, they get to that point a little too late in the journey, and then it's like there's so many like entanglements, and then it's just a lot of like karmic debt and stuff like that. So you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to end up in that position of, you know, of accruing a sort of karmic debt that then needs to be rectified and sorted through. Yo, you guys, sometimes when I'm channeling, it's so weird. I can hear some of the things that I'm saying, and then I cannot hear some of the things that I'm saying. But yeah, it's an illusion. Somebody needs to step into their power. Somebody's feeling really weak after maybe some sort of like gang stalking or something like that, or a lot of spiritual warfare. But it's like you're able to identify the illusions now. Like this is a new beginning for you. This is something that you're studying, and this was essentially, it's not a test. I don't want to say it's a test, but it was like, yeah, it was like a study group. You may have even been observing this with other soul tribe members, but you might not know that they are, or somebody might know. If somebody's really, you know, does a lot of astral travel and is really in tune with their inner knowing and their guides, you probably do know. You probably either have had dreams, or you probably literally just talked to your guides, and your guides told you. Their higher selves probably came to you and told you this. But somebody is heavily protected. Anyway, the compelling and having authority over other people too, it's like it's not like there could be more of like a soul recognition too. I think I said that somebody in their head though can like make people do things, like you say things and then people hear it. Like, I feel like you're really good at identifying who's clairaudient and or who's clairvoyant, and being able to put those messages in people's heads for them. But people are doing that with you too. That's interesting. It's kind of almost like the universe is trying to open this up to you, to prove this to you, to see that there's more. This is your testimony. Part of your testimony. I don't even think it's a testimony. It could be a testimony if you want it to be, but this is part of your testimony. It could be. Or it's just another day and you get it. Like, you understand it. What else? Spirit, ancestors, and the highest white light. And the Knight of Swords. There's also an interesting message about an adult child whose parent could have been a water sign or an air sign or something that is really good at mimicking energy. It could be either of those, but like, or it could be any sign too, but it's like somebody, we have an adult child whose parent essentially took their energy to compel others to have spiritual authority over others without having their duality integrated. And it was almost like the child, when they were a child, the adult child now, but as a child, it's like you as a child almost like gave your power to the adult, because the adult, there may have been like some financial issues or something like that, or something, there may have been some trauma or something. There could have even been a parent who during a traumatic situation took the child's power essentially and energy, or I don't know. I'm seeing somebody opening up a child and taking and mimicking them. And it's like this adult child, you need to stand in your power. That parent did not have the authority to be able to do that. You gave them the authority to be able to do that because you were in a place. I'm seeing the base chakra is all fucked up. So wearing red might be good. I'm also hearing red jasper. Red jasper is a fantastic base chakra crystal. It feels like a warm hug when you wear it. But it's like there's an adult child who needs to take their power back. It's like a push and a pull between this adult child and like the family, and it's almost like that might be even the gang stalking too. But it's like there's the family. It's almost like there's an adult child and like a parent who kind of stole the wow. Oh my God. Okay, I'm seeing. There's an adult child with a parent who stole this energy or maybe borrowed this energy. It depends on your situation. This is a general reading. Little bits and pieces may resonate. Little bits and pieces may whatever. I don't know. Okay. Okay, there's, an adult child who needs to take their power back. Essentially, that's the message. Really, somebody needs to just, like, take their power back, okay? Not only is that going to allow the parent to live in their authenticity so that they're not accruing all of this karmic debt, so to speak, and so that they're not just totally fucking up their life and their karma, which is somehow affecting the adult child, because they're connected in this life. So it's like somebody needs to create a separation, okay? But it's interesting also. It's like there's a very like nefarious situation where there is literally a parent who put a child through a lot of trauma in order to siphon and mimic and steal this child's energy, essentially being the child, and the family has been living off of that abundance as well. And it's like, I don't know, there's an adult child who's just taking their power back. Like, you just have to take your power back. I'm feeling this also in my sacral chakra and my base chakra, right on my right, like, hip, like almost like the groin, but like a little bit above it too. And I'm feeling it a little, it's all on my right side. I don't know why that is, but it's also like on my solar plexus. So tiger's eye might be good for you, but whoever you are, I feel like you have a pretty good grip on the situation and you already know what's going on. And I feel like this might be a situation where karmic justice was called upon the situation. Like you were incarnated in this situation where karmic justice could be called upon the situation, so that you would be separated in future lifetimes and future timelines, and so that they will receive their karma, so to speak, for their soul's progression, right? Because karma just gives us experiences to help us with our soul's enlightenment for future lifetimes, for this lifetime, for, you know, whatever you believe in, take what resonates. Okay, there was another something coming through, but I don't know. I think it just disappeared when Nina walked away. I think I'm going to go outside. I'm going to get some fresh air. I hope that this resonated. Something about this Knight of Swords. I don't know. I feel like somebody is very good. I have the Knight of Swords with the Death card, with the Ten of Cups in reverse position. Somebody's really good at identifying people who come in with a false light, so to speak, that is just not sustainable. It's like this is a journey that you're doing it. Like, you know it. Like, you know, okay? It's like there's no surprises. Damn, this is strong. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to leave the message there. I hope that you guys are doing really, really amazing. Thank you so much for being here, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye guys.